Sure. My name is Jean Clark. I'm Director of Communications for Citizens for Pennsylvania's Future, or Penn Future. Penn Future is an 11-year-old statewide membership organization that was created by the Heinz Endowments and the Pew Charitable Trust. We have offices in 6 cities, and we work on public policy and environment and economy. Our motto is, every environmental victory grows the economy.
Now, you put together a really interesting panel here today. What were you trying to do? What were you trying to say with that?
Well, fighting global warming is also good for business. But you need certain laws and certain regulations so that there's not uncertainty for businesses who want to invest in these new technologies. Pittsburgh, generally, and even more the state of Pennsylvania, has had a large amount of international companies that work in renewable energy move in because of our good policies. And also we're growing a whole lot of homegrown green energy technologies and green energy companies. In addition, the traditional companies here, like Alcoa, are very much behind a national global warming law because they would like that certainty and they want to be as green as possible.
And so,
what we found is often the elected officials are behind business and behind the public interest organizations. They just need to be educated more. In addition, Pennsylvania politically has changed over the past few years from a red to a purple to a blue state, but not all those elected officials have changed at the same time. So we do tend to have, especially in the West and in the rural areas, more conservative legislators that we have to work harder with. But Mike Doyle, who is the representative in Congress for the city of Pittsburgh, is on the Energy Committee. He was a little late to the table, but now he's a total true believer on the need for really solid climate change legislation. And I ran into him during this G20, and he asked me to help him educate some of the other lawmakers. And we're going to put together a webinar so that they understand that their idea of how green energy has built in Pennsylvania is not necessarily the reality. We're going to tell them what the truth is.
My name is Axel Buchholz, and I'm the CEO of Flabbe Group, located and headquartered in Germany.
And the Flabbe Group is?
The Flabbe Group is the worldwide largest supplier of solar and automotive mirrors for the industry.
And you're becoming more deeply involved in solar-generated electricity?
Yes, we are in the solar business already since 30 years. So we built the first solar power plants in the US. We provided them with our mirrors already in the mid-70s. And we are now increasing our business in all kinds of CSP technologies.
What do you have to say to that?
Well, I have to say to them, go to Cromer Junction, go to California. There's a plant in place with 800 megawatt producing on a very high, reliable level energy since 30 years, doing it in a very, very environmental friendly way. No pollution at all, nothing, and it's going to work. And it always provided that what has been planned in the business plans for those providers.
And so you're...
Well, it happened through a probably very early awareness of the problem. And on this other side, you know that Germany is an export-oriented country, and we're living from the skills of our people. And we believed already a couple of years ago, maybe even decades ago, that green energy could be a very nice product also to export it into the world. And we are using it, and we have proven in wind, in photovoltaics, and with our expertise also in the CSP area, that we have leading technologies for the world.
And he also...
I'm Lalit Chodia, CEO and founder of Thar Technologies. We have been in green technologies for about 25 years, long before it was fashionable to talk about green technology. And one of our applications for green technology has been is been in the alternative energy area. And we are looking at biodiesel, we are looking at ethanol extraction, and we are looking at cellulose to jet fuel. In the biodiesel market, we take the food fuel debate head on, because if I take soybeans, I actually make a better product of what's left behind, and the oil that I get out of soybean is actually a byproduct, and the raffinate that's left behind is a low fat, high protein soy flour, which is very important, especially in third world countries where there's a lack of protein. So we actually produce a better product than what's out there. In the ethanol side, where there's always this debate on are we net energy positive or net energy negative, our technology will extract ethanol from a fermentation broth with a lot less energy, so we can really move the debate that is truly net energy positive, not a net energy negative. And on the cellulose side, which is available almost every place in the world, we think agricultural residues and waste, whether it's sawdust or corn cobs or jatropha or any of those products, can be used to make diesel, and the supercritical technology that we have helps us to get there. So we are in deeply green energy does not mean more expensive. It actually makes us productive. It makes us more efficient. It makes us cost competitive, and businesses will definitely embrace them without any problem. And if we do that, we'll leave our future, not only a great future for our children in this great country, but for children throughout the world. Thank you very much. I am Lalit Chordia, President and CEO and founder of Thar Technologies. Our company has been working in green technologies for the last 25 years before it was fashionable to be green. And one of our major applications for green technology is in the area of energy applications. So we are developing biodiesel, ethanol, and cellulose to jet fuel technologies with a view that these technologies would be economically viable without any additional support or subsidy from the federal government. And we can sell this all over the world, developed right here in Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh has gone through this transformation over the last 25 years, and you were telling me that you gained your PhD in process engineering? What is it?
Chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering. Give me an idea of how important it is to have research universities like the University of Pittsburgh and Carnegie Mellon in a place like Pittsburgh.
Well, when I graduated from CMU, Pittsburgh was going through its major recession. We had 17% unemployment, and there was really no jobs over here. So when I came out of CMU with the stamp of CMU, I was able to spin out a brand new company using the supercritical green technology that I talked to you earlier about. And because I was from CMU, we were able to get VC funding to start the company. So it's very important to have companies like CMU and Pitt, not only that you can convince the investors, but those are your places where you can get your talent, especially the high-quality talent that you need to make sure your company will be successful.
And tell me if it's satisfying or not satisfying, the fact that you've been a part of what has occurred with the economic development strategy of Pittsburgh.
I think it's very satisfying. You know, if you go back 100 years ago, we were the center for the steel industry. Now today, almost all the industries are decimated, so we are trying to have a rebirth here, if you may call it. And to be part of this rebirth and to be a major player in this rebirth, we are just excited. I mean, this is a great place. I'm involved in the various economic development, the thoughts, the concepts. So I'm just thrilled to be in Pittsburgh.
Hi, my name's Thorne King, and I'm with BPO Global Vice President of Marketing. And we provide smart grid solutions to electric utilities around the world. BPO Global is about 5 years old as a company. We were started in 2004. We're one of the success stories of Pittsburgh in terms of economic renewal. We get great support from the economic development community in Pittsburgh, from the state. We were actually in Innovation Works, which provides state funds to startup companies invested in BPO Global money. You can, in fact, save 15 to 20% of your electric bill if you provide smart grid solutions with customers. You can, for the first time, store energy. And so instead of making energy at the time you need it, you can make it and store it. So you can make it in the middle of the night. Wind energy typically is generated most effectively in the middle of the night. But that's not when we use energy. We use energy in the middle of the day. And so by using storage, you can combine storage, managing demand, and for the first time really connect the grid in a way that allows it to be much smarter and more efficient. Economy. In fact, energy drives economies, and economic growth is inextricably tied to energy and energy growth. And so by helping solve the energy problem, it allows us to really provide a better life for many people around the world.